Hello there, how are you? Welcome back. Well, today I want to show you how I turned this stock tank that I purchased from Tractor Supply into a doggy pool under my 10 by 10 canopy. Now this tank is 2 feet deep by 8 feet around. I went ahead and put a regular 2-inch shower drain in the center of the stock tank, put an elbow on that 2-inch drain, and then reduce the 2-inch down to 1.25 inches. Eventually, I will put a pool pump of some type on this, but for right now, I just wanted to have something that the pups could get into to cool off and chill out, for lack of better. Anyway, this was probably the most nerve-wracking part of the entire build, only because I thought I had a hole saw. I did not, so I had to make do with my scroll saw, which, as you can see, worked out perfectly. And then the heat index this particular day that I was working, I think this was 3 days ago now I've had this up, was 116. So my camera skills were on the struggle bus. I was on the struggle bus as well. But here I just rolled a snake of plumber's putty, about a 1/2 inch thick or the size of, say, your ring or your middle finger, wrapped it around, pushed that drain up into the hole that I cut. The plumber's putty held it in place while I screwed on this backside of the shower drain, and then just put some needle nose pliers down in there to actually get torque on it and tighten it down. Here I'm just gluing the 2-inch elbow onto the actual drain itself, and now it's a matter of building out these pipes. I think it's pretty funny when I watch this. Oh my gosh, I had myself in there.
I sneeze. Broke the chair. I guess that'll teach me for leaving it in the sun.
And for being a fat butt. Anyway, because this PVC was going into a metal fitting in that stock tank, I opted to use Teflon tape and Teflon putty just so I would get a great seal first time out. Now just know, disclaimer here, I ended up building this upside down, and you'll see when we come up. So I apparently didn't hit record, so I reduced my elbow down to 1.25 inches, and here I'm just dry fitting everything, and right there the T was supposed to be where I'm putting the pipe in right now, and the elbow was supposed to be off of the bottom drain fitting. What a dork. And I didn't realize it until I got to this point. Like I said, it was a hot, hot day. And this project, believe it or not, by the time I got my measurements, went to the big box store to get all my little fittings and came back, this probably took me about 5, maybe a little bit over 5 hours to put this together. And in 116-degree heat, that 5 hours was pretty excruciating. I took a lot of water breaks, lunch break, just to cool down. It's amazing at when you have a high humidity with that high heat, how intense it can be. So here I figured out my mistake. I have all of my stuff cut the proper way with the proper fittings. So now I'm just going to get my measurement here, use my scroll saw, cut this pipe off, and finish getting things glued together. I think however you want to set your stock tank up will determine your plumbing arrangement. I just showed the 2-inch shower drain, reducing everything down to 1.25 inches, just to kind of give you a little bit of like ideas on how you can go. And I left enough room here that I will eventually be able to come in and just make one cut and put my filter system on this. But for right now, you can see from the center drain coming out, there's a slope. So when I flip it over upside down, that slope will go downhill. That will allow a lot of the sand and the gravel, the hair, to flow more freely into that filter. And prior to actually getting the filter installed, that angle that I have there will allow the pool to actually drain. So now I just flipped my canopy back up in place, got my hose out, and started filling up their pool. Unfortunately, I didn't show it when it had all the clear water in it when they first did their bounce into it thing, which that was absolutely adorable. I kicked myself, but like I said, I brain dead. But this is later, a day or two later, and that's them where they've been in and out of it. Alrighty then, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you next time. Take care.
Oh, yes, you do it. There you go. Go.